Good morning, 10 minutes to 10 o'clock. The news on Galaxy FM. My name is Sarah Biryomumaisho. President Agagwilawo has rallied the East African Legislative Assembly to fast-track the regional political federation, saying the current political structure is not enough to guarantee strategic security. While addressing members of the East African Legislative Assembly in Kampala last evening, Museveni urged that the 2011 attack on Libya happened just because Africa is weak and very insecure. Museveni says that the alliance of the region will be critical to strengthen nations against the powerful Western countries.
Fought Gaddafi together with Tanzania. Who had managed Gaddafi? And these people came and messed up the whole country. That happened because Africa is weak. This structure which we have now is not enough to guarantee our strategic security. So as we talk about economic integration for prosperity, we must also talk about political integration for strategic security. This is not emotional, that we have unity, we have unity for reasons: to be prosperous and to be secure.
It is remembered that France and the United States armed and supported rebels that waged war against Muammar Gaddafi in February 2011. Gaddafi, who was in power for almost 42 years, was toppled in August of the same year and captured and killed 2 months later on October 20th. Museveni reminded the legislators that East African nations cannot be secure when they are small, saying that the modern world is a world of giants.
You have America, USA, you have China now, you have Russia, India, and here you are, Uganda, alone facing these people. I don't have to worry about the small countries like England and those. Lakini yale mataifa makubwa kweli, China is 3 million square miles of land. The whole of East Africa, including South Sudan now, is now 1 million square miles. If you include South Sudan, but China is 3 million square miles of land, 1.3 billion people. I reckon that China, first of all, was not developed in the past, but since it started being developed, it was led by communists, people who believe in Usawa, equality. But you can't guarantee that that will be the case all the time.
The official ELA sittings in Kampala start today morning. Meanwhile, President Museveni has defended the 6 billion shillings bonus payment to 42 top government officials for their role in the Heritage Oil arbitration case. The NRM Chief Whip Ruth Nakawira says during the NRM caucus meeting at State House in Tebe on Tuesday, President Museveni equated the money to what government paid out in 2006 to scientists who are involved in the oil discovery in Uganda. He says each of the scientists bagged $20,000 in appreciation from government for their role in the oil discovery. According to Nakawira, following the president's explanation, NRM legislators decided to support the oil cash bonanza on the floor of parliament. She, however, says the MPs are still concerned about the process followed to award the bonuses to the beneficiaries.
First of all, caucus cannot flout the rules of procedure of Parliament. The rules of procedure of Parliament, their concern was the processes, that the whole thing. Did we follow the correct process? Which vote, But otherwise, to say that the president has, given a reward after receiving the president's explanation, we agree to discuss the matter so that we are able to appreciate the process. Where the process was flouted, then the entire Parliament, remember this was caucus, the entire Parliament will decide on that.
It is not yet clear whether Parliament will continue with the probe into the oil cash bonanza today when it resumes plenary in the morning. Some of the MPs pushing for the debate include Peter Ogwang, the Usuk County MP, and Nakasungula woman MP Margaret Komhanji. Nakawira says they are okay with Parliament discussing this matter.
First of all, caucus cannot flout the rules of procedure of Parliament. The rules of procedure of Parliament take precedence. The item is already on the order paper. Therefore, it has to continue. Any issue that I am not comfortable with, I can't allow it to come to the order paper before harmonizing. But once you see an item on the order paper, that means I, as the government chief whip, I have okayed it. So now, it is tomorrow that we are resuming, and it is today that we have held the caucus.
In sports, football fans in Mbarara municipality have heaped praises on the national team, the Uganda Cranes, despite losing 1-0 to Ghana in their opening 2017 Africa Cup of Nations AFCON match. Returning to the Continental Elite football for the first time in almost 40 years, many local fans had a lot of expectations as the Cranes players walked into Port Gentil Stadium in the Gabonese city of Port Gentil. But the Black Stars of Ghana scored in the 31st minute through a penalty converted to win the Group D opening match, leaving the Cranes bottom of the group. Despite the loss, fans in Mbarara municipality say the Cranes matched their opponents most of the time and did create their own goal-scoring chances. One even says that the Uganda Cranes have a chance of upsetting Egypt. The Pharaoh played out a goalless draw with Mali in the other Group D game.
We have seen underdogs performing well, so we shouldn't undermine our boys.
Blood today, I promise.
Over there, once or not, still Uganda Cranes will what? Once.
This match won't be easy, though Uganda Cranes has the chances of doing something out of nothing.
And also, a Nigerian military jet has mistakenly bombed a camp for displaced people in the northeast, killing at least 52 people and injuring many more. 8 workers are among the dead in Rwanda, with the Red Cross saying 6 of its employees were killed. The MSF aid agency said that over 200 people had been injured and appealed for help with medical evacuation. President Muhammadu Buhari, whose army is fighting Boko Haram militants, expressed dismay and urged calm. The attack took place near the border with Cameroon, where the military is engaged in what it calls its final push against Boko Haram. It is thought to be the first time Nigeria's military has admitted to making such a mistake.
Health Tip. Health Tip is sponsored by Flucamol, your medication of choice for curing colds immediately.
Now, if you still take sugar in your tea, make sure the maximum amount of added sugar to your food or tea daily should be 6 to 9 spoons only. A very good morning. That's all we could get for you.